I'm Daniel.
I'm JC.
And this is Just My DIY.
Cricut has officially launched its new, bigger print and cut sizes.
But just like me, there's a catch.
That's right. As we were working on this tutorial, which is designed to show you the new way to make die-cut stickers on your Cricut, we discovered that the new print and cut area isn't quite what you think it should be.
So in this tutorial, not only will it be showing you how to make the stickers, but how to take advantage of the new updates so that you can get the most out of your sticker paper and the most stickers per square inch.
So stick with us. There is a lot to cover. We're going to get started right now.
We're going to start with the understanding about the new print and cut size. Now you head over to the blogosphere and it's going to say you're going to work within a template of 7.44 to 9.94. And traditionally what we would do is we would create a square in the background to those dimensions, change it over to print and cut, and this one says no thanks.
You are going to get the warning size, and that's because while you may get that width and height, you don't get an actual rectangle that is 7.44 by 9.94. And we're going to show you why. If we take it over to the Make It screen, because the registration marks have changed to corner marks rather than a solid rectangle, the shape actually has to step down around those registration marks. And so you can't get a full rectangle that's that size. If you want to get the most out of it, you need to be working on top of that shape. Now, we created our very own template after spending hours figuring this out to a T, how it can work. We put our template in, we size it to 9.8, and you'll see that it fits perfectly. Now you can of course create one of these yourselves, or if you would like to show us a little support, you can head over to our Patreon where we have a number of different levels, one of which will give you digital files like these that we create.
But we're going to cover the process from the beginning, including uploading your sticker files onto your print and cut thing.
Template, yes. All right, so if you've never done stickers before, you just go into upload, you grab your image and select complex. That's very important for print and cut because that's going to give you the most detail. We get these off of design bundles. They're designed to be stickers, and so no cleanup needed. Just make sure you save it as a print and cut image. Click upload, and then of course add it to your canvas. Now, once you have your sticker, you can resize it either using the measurements up top, or you can always drag the corners and so forth. We're going to go ahead and grab a lot more stickers from this particular bundle that we purchased, and we're going to resize them and start moving them around onto our template. Now, if you are creating your own stickers off of an SVG and you want to create an outline around them, we're actually going to show you how to use offset to do that. So this section is going to go over how to create that outline. We're going to start with just a plain old SVG that we find inside the Design Space library. We don't have Cricut access, so this is going to be totally free. We're going to grab this one and we'll show you what we do. We do want to change the colors. We're not going to go deep into this, but it's basically selecting the layer, going up to the color, and choosing what color you want it to be. You can go into the more advanced features and drag the little dot around till you get it perfect, and just make sure that you get your colors exactly where you want them to be. So we'll change both layers. We just wanted to kind of match this blue and pink and purple that we have going on in the rest of our stickers. Once we're happy with our colors, that's when we're going to go in and create that offset. So we're going to select all the files. We're going to touch that top layer and we're going to click offset. You can see that an outline is automatically created around the sticker. You can drag the little slider to make it bigger or smaller. We're going to make this a little smaller so it can match the feel of the rest of our stickers. Once we have it just right, we'll click apply, and then we're going to go click that offset layer, and we're going to change that to white by changing the color. And now we see we have some little cutouts in there that we don't want to have. And so we're going to select that offset layer, make sure it's still a cut layer, and then we're going to contour it. You can click these off individually, or you can just go over and select hide all contours to make sure you hide them all and just leave the one big outline. Once you're happy with that, select all the layers and flatten it, and now it moves as one. So once we have all of our stickers there, we have a little more room, so we're just going to add a few more in to fill up those extra little spaces, and then we're just going to check, make sure nothing's touching the edges, make sure everything's in nice and good. And once we're happy with everything's placement, we're going to turn off that template layer, select all, and flatten so we can go to start to actually make these. So we're going to click Make It. Check out our beautiful screen that fits everything inside. And now we're going to go into printing.
So the print materials and settings. Here it is, our matte vinyl sticker paper. And we are using an inkjet Epson EcoTank printer in order to print this out.
We're going to click Send to Printer. Now when we do that, we're going to make sure we select, of course, the right printer. But the important things are we don't need bleed because these are white outlines. It's printing on white paper. Bleed is not necessary. But we are going to use the system dialog, and that's so we can use our custom printer settings. That window will pop up behind Design Space, so you have to move it out of the way. Now we're going to select Photo Matte Paper and Best Quality, and then click Print.
And it prints.
So nice.
Now you can see the registration marks, the stickers, everything looks like it's well controlled in place. So we're going to move on to lamination. Now we're going to be using this Origard lamination stuff.
It's a technical term.
Yep. And we're just going to use a marker to kind of mark out our guides so that when we move it over to our paper cutter, we can just, well, it's not paper, but it'll cut it the same, trust us, it'll do. And we cut that down to size. And you can see that it fits over our stickers exactly as we want to, but we do want to trim out that area that has those hash marks.
And that's because the Cricut's like print and cut sensor stuff, they don't like glossy. It's why we printed on matte paper. And since we're going to put glossy over these stickers, we don't want it over the registration marks. So you can either trim out these edges, or you can just cover them, but you have to put matte Scotch tape over the top of it, so you basically matte out the lines. Both take the same amount of time, and both work perfectly fine.
Now we're just double checking, well, triple checking. And once we think we have everything in place, we're going to try and pin it with one wrist. We're going to roll up some of the laminate so we can get some of the backing off of it. And cut it once we replace it one more time. And we cut off that little bit of an end of it so that we can use this felt tip squeegee to lay it out straight without any bubbles.
That's right. And so as you can see, we got that front part down. Now we're just going to keep pushing that backing away from the paper. This is how we lay it down. No bubbles, no creases. Everything is good to go.
Otherwise known as bumples.
No bumples either.
Now it is important you have this oriented correctly on the right mat, and you want it securely pressed onto the mat.
You can use a brayer or that felt tip squeegee again. And now we're going to go into the actual cut settings. So we have a custom setting that we created. So we go into Browse All Materials. And we're going to show you here, so we just went into material settings. We're going to show you it's pressure of 306, a 2-time cut in the fine point blade. Now, if you have not yet created your own custom materials, we will show you that you can just scroll down to add new material, write the name out that you want, click save, and then once you do, you can use the slider and the drop down, everything to pick your pressure and cuts and stuff. So once we do that, we are going to go in and load the mat and press the C button. It's going to read the registration marks first, make sure that it knows where everything is. It'll of course check its blade and then get to cutting.
It will run it 2 times, but it doesn't mean that when it's done running its process, you shouldn't check to make sure that your stickers peel up correctly before you eject the mat. If they do peel up correctly, then feel free to eject your mat.
And if they don't, if they're still kind of sticking, you can just press that C button again to make it cut in the exact same spot.
Now, this is an important technique for removing the stickers from the mat without actually ruining your stickers, or in this case, actually peeling them off the backing before you have them all removed.
I got a little excited.
She's like that. So the trick in this is to flip everything over, and instead of peeling the stickers off the mat, kind of curve the mat into it and use that to peel off from the stickers. Your stickers won't take any warp, and you won't damage your mat as long as you're not straight up folding it.
And there you go. Just a few steps that you have to create these beautiful die cut stickers.
It really is something that gets easier the more you do it. The first time will be a bit, but then these next ones will be great.
So we hope this tutorial has been super helpful for you. Don't forget about our newly launched Patreon page where you can connect with us, support us, and get cool things like the template that we created for this video.
And if you did find this video super helpful, then you should go ahead and give it that thumbs up, ring the bell, and subscribe. And if you have any fun little stickers that you want to tell us about, do so in the comment line. And of course, know that everything that we use to do this is listed out in the description.
Also in the description are links to all of our social handles. Please connect with us across platforms. We love hearing from you. And don't forget to check out our blog at justmydiy.com. Thanks for watching.